See, I'm able to still fuck with these celebrities, even though I was mad at them for a little bit, but I got over it. The more I understood, the more process that I went through with what was going on. But I was mad at first when I first found out everything. But I'm cool now. So I'm still able to fuck with them, even though I know they work for the enemy, because some of these people are chosen. Some of them may be chosen, or some of them are chosen, and some of them are called. Not all of them, not all of them, obviously, but some of them are. Some of them were targeted by the enemy because the enemy knew that. That's where it talks about, even the elites, or not the elites, the elected being deceived. That. Then where it talks about the first will be last and the last will be first. In order for the first to be last, that means that they were first in the world. They were serving in the world. So they were high up in the world, but they're going to be low in the spirit in the next life. Because remember, we have the hierarchy. They're going to be people who are closer to our king and queen, and then ones not so much. But they'll know who they are, because they did what they had to do to get there. If this makes sense. Does this make sense? I hope it makes sense. So that's where it goes into the whole thing of judgment or whatever. Like, we're supposed to judge people by their fruits, to know who they are, to know who they work for. But we're not supposed to. You definitely can't call somebody on their shit if you're doing it. That's why he says, like, if you're doing the same thing, you don't have no right to say something to somebody else if you haven't even worked through that issue that you're talking about with that person. But if you have worked through it because you worked with him, so that's how you're able to recognize it in somebody else, because you know what it looks like according to him. Whereas most people are doing shit and calling people out on shit according to their own selves, which is according to the world. And so that's why you have people mistreating people because they dress a certain way, or because they talk a certain way, or because they look a certain way, or whatever. That's what the world told you how you're supposed to respond to a person who's doing something that you don't like, according to the world. But according to him, you're supposed to be judging people by their fruits, their spirit, not anything else. Am I an evil person or am I a good person? That's what you're supposed to be going by. So if I've determined and realized that you work for the enemy, that just means that I know how to play with you. Because remember, this is a game, this is a fight, this is chess. So every person you run into is your own little battle, your own little chess session. Are you going to checkmate me, or am I going to checkmate you? But because I'm fucking aware and I'm in the game, I'm going to be able to checkmate your ass. But a lot of people, because they're not aware and the enemy is, they're able to checkmate you. And you get you fucked, get you hurt. But when you're aware, that's how you avoid those situations. That's how you avoid being fucked. That's how I'll fuck with anybody. Anybody who says that to me, it's just a matter of respect. I don't care who you work for. Can we at least treat each other like decent human beings? Can we at least do that? I don't understand why that's so difficult. We don't have to like each other to respect each other. I don't have to like you to help you. And I don't understand how people think like that. You could have just fucking hit me in the face yesterday. But if you come to me the next day needing help with something and I know I can help you, I'm gonna fucking do it. Because what the fuck kind of person would I be to hurt you just because you hurt me? That would make me a shitty person. Especially knowing that I could do it. That just makes you an awful, awful person. If you have ever not helped somebody knowing you could help them, you fucking suck. And I hope that you get better at that shit. Because that shit is not cool. At all. I don't care who they are. That shit's not cool. Now, if you can't help, of course, that's different. But he knows that you could have helped. And that's what everybody's gonna be judged for. All the little secrets, all the little shit that nobody knows. He knows. But that's what the world did when it came to this whole judgment shit. You don't call people out on stuff with the world. You don't call people stuff out on the spirit either. You just let them be because you don't want to judge.